Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mr. H on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the Abolitionist movement, so go ahead and like and subscribe to Mr. H on YouTube for more social studies videos. Today we're going to talk about three abolitionists, very famous abolitionists, and how they really developed the abolitionist movement from being a small minority to a very vocal portion of the Northern cause before the Civil War. The first one we're going to talk about is Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was a former slave who was able to escape to freedom and became an ardent anti-slavery spokesperson. And he actually was a great tool for the abolitionist movement because his eloquence and speaking style really helped in showing Northern whites that African Americans were articulate, African Americans were intelligent, and they were able to express their opinions. He goes on to become a very famous bookseller as well as a lecturer, and became an advisor to President Lincoln during the Civil War. His speeches such as "Am I Not a Man" became household textbooks for people in the North, and he was reviled and hated as the South as a testament to the lunacy of slavery. Frederick Douglass was truly an influential person when he came to the abolitionist movement. Another abolitionist that you may not think of is a man named William Lloyd Garrison. William Lloyd Garrison was a newspaper editor. His newspaper was known as The Liberator, and it was an anti-slavery newspaper. It developed several different articles that would explain the horrors of slavery, would have slaves' first-hand accounts, as well as editorials decrying politicians who supported slavery. This made William Lloyd Garrison a great target of pro-slavery elements. In fact, his editing and newspaper warehouse was set on fire by mobs before the Civil War. William Lloyd Garrison goes down in history as a man of principle who did not back down from those who threatened violence against him for his beliefs, and he truly helped out with the abolitionist movement. But maybe the most famous abolitionist is Harriet Tubman. Harriet was a former slave who ran to freedom, and instead of staying safer in the North or moving to Canada where slavery was illegal, Harriet Tubman would go back and forth from the North to the South and free slaves, helping them along the Underground Railroad. Harriet Tubman goes on to be known as the American, as basically the Moses of America, as she goes around and frees runaway slaves. The abolitionist movement never was a majority thought in the North. Most people were anti-slavery, but not pro-freeing slaves due to a variety of reasons. But it's important to look at these three people when we think about the abolitionist cause, as we learn to understand the thoughts before the Civil War, that there was a vocal minority in the North that opposed slavery, and in the end, they won. But what do you think? Comment below with your own questions about the anti-slavery movement, and I'll see you all soon. Have a great day.